Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we are unpacking one of the world's most historically prized natural compounds, a product that's carried this enormous prestige for thousands of years, revered, really, since antiquity.
Yeah, they often call it liquid gold.
Liquid gold, or sometimes I've seen the manuka of the Middle East. We are diving deep into the extraordinary world of Sidr honey.
And, this deep dive is so necessary because Sidr Honey, especially the really coveted genuine stuff from places like Yemen and the Gulf, it just transcends being a simple sweetener.
It's much more than that.
Exactly. Our sources confirm its status as this potent nutritional and therapeutic powerhouse. It's celebrated not just in traditional Arab medicine, but it's famously mentioned in the Holy Quran. That really highlights its sacred status.
That immediately raises the stakes. So our mission today is to take the articles, the research you've brought, and really understand what makes it so unique. What are the geological, biological, and chemical factors that combine to make this honey so valuable? We're going to cover everything from, boosting immunity and supporting metabolism to its specific benefits for energy, vitality, even beauty.
And here's a really crucial insight to anchor our discussion. The way natural raw honey is composed means the body processes it in a fundamentally different way than, say, refined sugars.
Right, and that's critical when you're talking about systemic health.
It is.
Exactly. I saw notes suggesting its makeup is actually beneficial for managing glucose and insulin levels. So it's a natural alternative for those managing blood sugar, provided, it's used in moderation.
Strict moderation, yes.
And here's a wild bonus fact. Unlike other sweets, it's actually considered good for dental health because of its antibacterial properties. It's a remarkable compound.
It really is. So let's start at the source.
Okay, so if this is the undisputed king of honey, we have to understand its, let's say, royal lineage. What defines genuine Sidr honey, and why does it command such a high price?
Well, the answer starts with botanical purity. Genuine Sidr honey is strictly monofloral.
Monofloral.
Meaning the bees feed exclusively on the nectar of one plant, the wild Sidr tree. Botanically, that's Christ's thorn, or Ziziphus spina Christi. And these aren't farmed in neat little rows. They thrive in these uncultivated, harsh environments.
Right, like remote mountains.
Exactly. Particularly the fertile valleys and rugged mountains of Yemen, like the Tihama region, and similar arid mountain ranges in Saudi Arabia.
So it's not just the tree itself, it's the terroir, the specific environment and climate that feed that tree.
Precisely. And the bee itself plays a huge role. The sources highlight the importance of the specific Yemeni bee breed, Apis mellifera gemenica.
Okay.
This breed is highly adapted to that hot, dry desert climate. They are notoriously healthy, very resilient, and less susceptible to the pests and diseases that plague industrial bee populations elsewhere.
That makes perfect sense. A healthy, stress-free bee making honey from a totally unpolluted source. The notes emphasize the environment is pristine. No pesticides, no chemicals.
Zero. No fertilizers used on these wild Sidr trees. That purity is absolutely non-negotiable for the genuine product. And then you have to factor in the harvesting method. This is critical for the nutritional density.
The sources kept mentioning that the harvesting is traditional, manual, and unheated. Is there a measurable nutritional difference that justifies that, that huge cost premium?
Oh, absolutely. The traditional process, it involves manual extraction with simple tools, maybe a little smoke to calm the bees. But crucially, the honey is never subjected to high heat. It stays completely raw.
And when honey is heated,
you destroy it. You destroy those highly active antibacterial and antioxidant enzymes we're going to talk about.
Right.
By keeping it raw, these painstaking traditional methods ensure that the full nutritional and enzymatic potential is still there. That's the main difference between this and cheap, bulk-produced honey.
And that historical context just solidifies the prestige, doesn't it? This isn't some modern health fad. We're talking about a product revered since the kingdom of Hadramaut in the 10th century BC. I even saw mentions from Greek historians.
Indeed. Figures like Strabo and Pliny the Elder wrote about the magnificent bounty of the Arabian Peninsula. And this honey was often included as a symbol of, wealth, health, and well-being. It wasn't just food, it was currency.
Wow. So if we're trying to buy the authentic product today, especially with all the fakes out there, what are the definitive markers we should be looking for?
This is vital. Okay, so first, look at the color. Genuine Sidr honey ranges from a dark gold to a deep amber.
Okay.
Second, the fragrance is very distinct. A strong floral aroma, sometimes it's compared to cedar. Third, and this is one you can actually test, is the viscosity. It should be extremely thick.
So it won't dissolve easily.
Exactly. High-quality Sidr honey should resist dissolving quickly, even in cold water. And finally, a traditional test. Pure, raw honey shouldn't foam or smoke excessively if you briefly heat it.
High viscosity dark gold passes the smoke test and smells like cedar.
Got it. Yep.
Okay, let's switch from sourcing to the science. What does the nutritional breakdown tell us that earns it that name, liquid gold?
Well, it's an absolute powerhouse. Per 100 grams, you're looking at instant dense energy, about 320 calories, roughly 80 grams of natural carbs. But the key isn't the macros, it's the sheer micronutrient density.
And the vitamins and minerals.
Right. We're talking a rich supply of B vitamins like B2 and B6, and antioxidant vitamins C and E, and the minerals are extensive.
Saw that. Things like zinc, iron, potassium.
Extremely. It has essential minerals that support your whole system. Zinc, manganese, iron, potassium, calcium, magnesium. Iron is critical for fighting anemia, zinc for immune response, and potassium and magnesium are vital for heart health.
But the immune boosting part seems to be the main selling point in a lot of traditional remedies.
Yeah.
Where does that power come from?
It comes directly from the concentration of its active enzymes and antioxidants. Sidr honey is particularly rich in flavonoids and polyphenols.
And those are the things that fight free radicals, right?
That's it. These compounds act as powerful neutralizing agents against free radicals in your body. By neutralizing them, you reduce what's called oxidative stress, which in turn reduces cellular damage, helps combat inflammation, and ultimately protects against chronic disease. It's literal cellular level defense.
This is where it gets fascinating. I found a note in the sources that says this honey has a pH level that is nearly identical to the pH of the human body. What's the practical implication of that?
That is the key differentiator, and it's why it's so prized. Because its pH level aligns so closely with our internal environment, the body doesn't need to expend much energy processing it or neutralizing it.
So it's just absorbed more efficiently.
Extremely. It leads to very rapid absorption and processing. So unlike a processed sugar that causes a huge metabolic effort and maybe a sharp insulin spike, Sidr honey is absorbed efficiently.
I see. Which means the nutrients are more available right away.
Exactly. This efficient absorption maximizes the immediate bioavailability of all those nutrients. It provides an instant sustained energy boost without that characteristic crash you get from processed sweeteners. It means the vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, they all get to work faster.
Since it's absorbed so quickly, that must mean its therapeutic effects kick in fast. Let's talk about that synergy, starting with metabolism and internal regulation.
Let's start with the cautious part. Metabolism and blood sugar. As we noted, while moderation is absolutely essential, particularly for sensitive groups, Sidr honey has a relatively low glycemic index compared to plain white sugar.
So it's a better alternative.
It's a genuinely better natural alternative if used correctly because of its unique carbohydrate structure. It helps regulate glucose and insulin levels.
And circulatory health is another major area.
Indeed. That mineral profile we discussed, especially the potassium and magnesium, is critical here. They're vital electrolytes that help with cellular communication and muscle function, including the muscles around your blood vessels.
So they help them relax.
They promote vasodilation, the widening of blood vessels, which improves blood flow and naturally helps in lowering high blood pressure.
It also seems particularly renowned for soothing and healing the entire digestive tract.
It acts as an incredibly powerful mucosal protectant. It effectively addresses issues like chronic acidity, acid reflux, even IBS. When you consume it, it physically soothes and coats the stomach lining.
Which helps with things like ulcers.
Yes, it helps treat ulcers and provides relief from gas and bloating. The sources even mention that if you mix it with lemon, it becomes an effective way to gently cleanse the liver and flush toxins from the stomach.
That is comprehensive support.
Right.
We know its antibacterial properties make it a go-to remedy for internal sickness, but what about external healing?
Well, internally, its natural, powerful antibacterial and antifungal qualities make it effective against infections, colds, and flu. But topically, its anti-inflammatory properties and its ability to create a protective barrier accelerate wound healing dramatically. It's excellent for burns, ulcers, and reducing general swelling from things like arthritis.
Let's explore the more tailored benefits now. For vitality, maybe starting with men's health and activity.
For men, Sidr honey is traditionally seen as a powerful source of natural energy and physical strength. The high content of zinc and manganese in particular helps stimulate blood circulation and plays a foundational role in male hormone production.
So it's good for athletes.
Absolutely. Because it's so easily processed and energy dense, it supports muscle building, accelerates recovery time after intense exercise, and enhances athletic performance. And because of that improved circulation, it has a long-standing reputation for safely increasing sexual activity and improving erection quality.
Shifting to women's health, what are the specific advantages there for hormonal balance, general well-being?
Sidr honey is noted for supporting crucial hormonal health and balance. It can be beneficial during menstruation and pregnancy, though of course always with caution and moderation in the first trimester. It's believed to boost natural estrogen production and, critically, helps compensate for iron deficiency,
Which is a common cause of fatigue.
a very common issue leading to fatigue and anemia in women, yes.
And the benefits seem to extend right up to cognitive function.
They do. For the brain, that instant, sustained energy from the quick absorption process stimulates better memory recall and enhances concentration. It's an excellent natural aid for students or anyone doing intense mental work.
What about mood and sleep?
It contains natural compounds that have a calming effect on the nerves. By stimulating the release of serotonin, the comfort or happiness hormone, it aids in relaxation and promotes deeper, higher quality sleep.
Moving from internal regulation to external applications, how would one use liquid gold in a beauty regimen for skin and hair?
Its antiseptic and moisturizing properties make it an exceptional natural remedy, especially for challenging skin types like sensitive or oily skin.
As a face mask, maybe.
Yes, as a mask or a cleanser, it deeply cleanses pores, fights acne-causing bacteria, and helps unify skin tone by reducing redness. For hair, the combination of vitamins B and E is potent. They strengthen hair roots, help treat hair loss, reduce breakage, and provide a deep natural moisture.
We've established it's a valuable asset to have. Now, let's talk practical application. What are the optimal ways to consume Sidr honey to get the maximum benefit?
The sources are highly consistent on what you could call the golden rule.
Oh.
To stimulate your metabolism, ensure optimal absorption, and get that instant energy, you should consume 1 tablespoon of genuine Sidr honey, either straight or dissolved in warm water on an empty stomach.
What's the timing on that?
Ideally about 15 to 20 minutes before breakfast. This lets the rapid absorption happen before your digestive system is busy with other foods. But there are 2 crucial warnings here.
Right.
First, never mix it with hot water. Temperatures over about 104 degrees Fahrenheit will destroy the active enzymes that give it all the therapeutic benefits. And second, as with all raw honey, do not give it to children under 1 year old.
Okay, let's spend a moment on those traditional, powerful mixtures mentioned in the sources. These seem to amplify the benefits.
They do. The most highly regarded blend is with black seed or Nigella sativa. This mixture is cited as one of the strongest natural formulas there is for boosting overall immunity, supporting heart health, and significantly enhancing vitality and sexual energy.
That's a powerful combination.
It's deeply rooted in prophetic medicine and has thousands of years of traditional use behind it.
And the classic honey and lemon remedy. We all know that one for colds.
Well, mixing Sidr honey with warm water and lemon really elevates that standard remedy. The detoxifying properties of the Sidr, combined with the lemon's vitamin C, provides a potent internal cleanse. It's especially effective for the liver and stomach while also boosting immunity.
And the third one, the milk blend.
The milk blend Sidr honey mixed with warm milk is a renowned recipe, often taken before bed or first thing in the morning. This is prized for increasing energy, strengthening bones from the added calcium, and leveraging the honey's calming properties to improve sleep quality.
Finally, we have to address the common question about any high-calorie sweetener. Does Sidr honey cause weight gain or weight loss? Because 320 calories per 100 grams is still pretty dense.
That is entirely dependent on context, moderation, and method. If you consume it in strict moderation, especially using that golden rule on an empty stomach, its ability to speed up metabolism and help reduce appetite can actually contribute positively to weight management.
But if you use it like table sugar?
Correct. If you consume it in excess, treating it like a standard dessert topping or just adding it carelessly to high-calorie foods, then yes, like any energy-dense fuel, it will contribute to weight gain. The key is using its potency strategically, not just for flavor.
This has been a truly comprehensive deep dive. Sidr honey definitely earns the title liquid gold. It's this unique convergence of historical prestige, verified nutritional density, with its vitamins, minerals, and potent antioxidants, and these practical systemic benefits that touch almost every part of the body.
It does. And if you connect all of that, the heritage, the unique composition, to modern preventative health goals, given its ability to protect cells, you're left with a
Mm.
powerful realization. This ancient natural liquid gold, with its pH matching our own body, is more than just a remedy. It's a foundational preventive food. I'd encourage you to research its function specifically as a long-term protective agent against chronic illness, and just consider how a product revered for millennia fits perfectly into a sustainable, future-focused approach to wellness.